Welcome to the Deep Dive. Here we take your sources, we dig in, and pull out the key insights for you. Today we're doing a deep dive into a story that, well, it really sticks with you. The disappearance and eventually the discovery of Kamiyah Mobley. It's one of those cases that just shakes your fundamental sense of safety, and trust. The material we're drawing on today comes from a pretty powerful document focused specifically on this story. So picture this, just for a moment. The incredible joy, right? A new parent. Baby just born, pure happiness. Now imagine that feeling just ripped away hours later. A baby stolen, right from the hospital. That switch from pure joy to, well, an absolute nightmare. It grabs you instantly, doesn't it?
It really does. And our goal today isn't just to recount the facts of what happened. We'll definitely cover that. But the real dive is into the deeper questions this case raises. Questions about identity, about truth, and about those really blurry lines around morality, right and wrong. Even love, actually.
Okay, let's get into it. So the setting. Summer 1998. A hospital in Jacksonville, Florida. A young mother, Kamiyah Mobley, has just given birth. Healthy baby girl, Kamiyah. You can just feel that new baby excitement in the room. But then, something chilling happens. Only about 8 hours after Kamiyah was born, a woman walks in. She's dressed like a nurse, looks totally calm, convincing.
Yeah, the source says she seemed completely self-assured, just part of the hospital routine.
And she tells Kamiyah she needs to take the baby, for some routine tests. Nothing unusual, seemingly. And this is the heartbreaking part. Kamiyah, trusting, doesn't suspect a thing. She hands over her daughter.
Just like that.
And the nurse. She just never came back. Kamiyah Mobley was gone.
And what's just wild from an investigation perspective is what happened next. Or rather, what didn't happen. Kamiyah was stolen in broad daylight, but there was almost nothing left behind.
Really? Like no clues at all?
Shockingly little. No security footage capturing the woman clearly, no fingerprints, no trace. It was like she just evaporated. Which, made it incredibly tough for the police right from the start. It just added layers to the mystery.
So immediately, a huge search kicks off. FBI involved, nationwide news, It was everywhere. But weeks turned into months, months into years. And for the family, just agony.
Constant agony. They were chasing down leads, tips.
But it was always false alarms, dead ends, even cruel hoaxes sometimes. Kamiyah had just vanished, leaving her family stuck in this awful cycle of hope and then crushing disappointment.
Yeah, and while Kamiyah and her family were going through that nightmare, something else was happening entirely. Just a few states away, up in South Carolina, a little girl called Alexis Manigault was growing up.
Okay.
She lived with a woman named Gloria Williams. And to everyone on the outside, neighbors, teachers, you name it, they just looked like a normal mother and daughter.
Huh. So Alexis had no idea?
None at all. She was growing up, seemed perfectly happy, well-adjusted, completely unaware that the woman raising her, Gloria, wasn't her biological mother. She had no clue she'd been stolen.
Wow. How did Gloria Williams pull that off for so long?
Meticulously. The source details how she faked everything. Birth certificates, social security numbers, school records. She built a whole false identity for Alexis.
For 18 years?
18 years. Day in, day out, maintaining this incredible lie. It's kind of staggering to think about the effort, the constant vigilance that must have taken.
It really is. So how did it finally start to come apart? I mean, a lie that big.
Well, like you said, it's hard to sustain forever. As Alexis got older, things started popping up. Cracks in the facade, you could say. The source mentions specifics like she ran into trouble trying to get her driver's license, ID issues.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That's right. And then applying for college, more complications with documents. These little things started adding up, planting seeds of doubt. That's when, as the source puts it, doubts crept in. She started questioning things.
And that led somewhere.
Eventually, yes. It culminated in 2017. After nearly 2 decades of cold trails and dead ends, a tip came in.
A tip after all that time?
Yeah, just one anonymous tip. But it was enough. It led police to think, maybe we should compare this young woman's DNA, Alexis Manigault's DNA, against the national database for missing kids.
Okay, so they did the test.
They did. And the result? It was instant, definitive.
What was it?
A perfect match.
Wow.
Kamiyah Mobley, found, alive, after 18 years. The missing baby. She was found.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable for her biological family. Their prayers answered after so long.
Absolutely. But the reunion, it was incredibly complex, profoundly complicated, as the source describes it.
I can only imagine.
Think about it from Kamiyah's perspective, or Alexis as she knew herself. You wake up one morning, you're 18 years old, and suddenly you're told your entire life, everything you know about who you are, your mom. It's all based on a lie.
That's hard to even process.
Exactly, because she did love Gloria Williams.
Huh?
Gloria had raised her, cared for her, but Gloria had also committed this unthinkable crime against her.
So she's trying to reconcile the woman who raised her with the woman who kidnapped her.
Precisely. An immense psychological challenge. It's this paradox, right? The loving caregiver and the criminal all in one person.
So what happened to Gloria Williams?
Well, the law caught up. She was arrested pretty quickly, charged with kidnapping, interfering with custody.
And convicted.
Yes. In 2018, she was sentenced to 18 years in prison.
And Kamiyah now. How is she navigating all this?
It's ongoing, obviously. She's in her 20s now. And what's really striking, the source points out, is that she is building a relationship with her biological parents, her biological family, which shows incredible strength, resilience.
That's good to hear.
It is. But, crucially, she also still maintains that Gloria, despite everything she did, she was a good mother to her.
Wow, okay. That really complicates things, doesn't it?
It forces you, the listener, to grapple with this really difficult question the source brings up. Can someone commit such a terrible act, like kidnapping, and also be loving? Can both be true?
It's deeply uncomfortable to think about.
It is. It's not black and white. And that paradox is really at the core of this whole story.
So this case, it's clearly much more than just a true crime headline. It pushes us to think about some really fundamental things.
Definitely. Identity, truth. How blurred those lines between right and wrong can get in real life, in real relationships.
Yeah, and it leaves us with these haunting questions.
Like the one we just touched on, but also, what does it even mean to belong? Especially when your whole sense of identity, your entire past, turns out to have been fabricated.
How do you build a future on that when the foundation is revealed to be, well, not what you thought?
It's a profound question about self, about truth, about finding your place in the world after something like that.
So, summing up this deep dive, the Kamiyah Mobley story isn't just about the crime itself. It's really a story about identity, the search for truth, and maybe how complex people really are, villain and caregiver, sometimes in the same person.
It challenges those easy assumptions we might have.
Absolutely. And maybe, just maybe, there's a final thought here, something the source hints at that's quite provocative. Perhaps it's a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous place isn't some dark alleyway. Sometimes it might be the arms of someone you trust completely.
It's a chilling thought, but one worth considering. We really encourage you to reflect on all the layers here, the resilience shown, the difficult questions raised. Stories like this, they don't offer easy answers, but they certainly make you think about the complexities of being human.